Hello there. Welcome once again to Living on Purpose. My name is Fola Daniel also known as Fola Daniel Speaks. Today, I want to tell you to stop adjusting till death. Stop adjusting till death. There's a story that somebody told about a frog, and the story is that if you put water on a stove and you pick the frog, if the water is boiling hot and you throw a frog into that water, the frog will jump out. But if you put the same frog into cold water, then put it on the stove and gradually begin to heat it up, the frog will start adjusting to the temperature of the water until the frog eventually dies. Now, what does that tell you? It tells you that people have a habit of adjusting to bad situations so long as it was not initially obvious when they got into that situation. If the situation is obviously bad, they will run away, but they don't sense when the situations are changing and everything is getting worse. Everything is spiraling out of control. The reason they keep adjusting and stay in that situation until they die in the situation is because they are not sensitive to the changes, or when things begin to change, they then assume that they no longer have a choice. Many people behave like the frog. Once the water is hot, before you put them into it, they will jump out. But once the water is cold, at the time you put them into the water, they will continually adjust as you heat up the water or you turn up the heat, and they will not realize that they could still jump out while the water is changing temperature. Instead of jumping out when the water is changing temperature, they will stay in the water and adjust to the temperature of the water until it kills them. There are some of the things that many of you are gradually beginning to adjust to: bad situations, situations where there are no opportunities, platforms and environments that are not supporting your growth. Many of you are beginning to adjust to those situations. Stop adjusting to that situation because it's going to kill you. As we say in Nigeria, it go better, meaning that it's going to be fine, everything is going to be all right. And sometimes it go better, it go better. That's exactly what is killing a lot of people. They keep hoping for a better time, they keep hoping for a better situation, they keep hoping for a better environment, but they are not doing anything about it. You are not a tree, for God's sake. It is only a tree that does not have a choice. Once it is planted in a particular place, that's where it's going to start growing and that's where it's going to die. But as a human being, you are blessed with the option of choice. You are blessed with the opportunity to decide where you will go or where you can go. So stop adjusting till you die. There are too many circumstances that human beings gradually begin to adjust to. Some people would realize that things are fairly good for them, and all of a sudden, they don't have enough money, they can barely make ends meet, and things are just not working. And before you know it, they begin to gradually downsize and adjust to poverty. And there are some others, once they lose an opportunity, instead of making the bold move to look for something bigger or create something bigger, they just adjust and hope and wait that maybe somebody is going to bring something bigger for them. But if it never comes, they will remain there and they'll keep saying, I'm waiting, I'm hoping, I'm praying, I'm expecting. When you have languages like that, you really need to check yourself. Are you adjusting till death, or are you really waiting for an opportunity? While you're waiting, what are you doing? You can get out of certain situations. You can change your environment. You can change your location. You can change your associations. Those are the things that show that you are definitely not adjusting till death. Another thing you can do, which is a priority when things get bad or when things go worse, is to maybe develop new skill sets. So when you develop a new skill set, you can then use the new skill sets to get new opportunities, get new jobs, start new businesses. Stop adjusting to bad situations. There are only a few people who will be knocked down in life, and when they are knocked down, they would be willing to get up immediately and look for something new. You need to be like those people who get back up immediately and say, well, we'll try again. And as they say in this present dispensation, we move. We are not to be stopped. We are unstoppable. So if you find out that a situation has knocked you down, you are in a temporarily bad financial situation, you are in a temporarily bad situation, even if it's not connected to finance, don't let it knock you down. Don't accept it. Is it what you want? If it is not what you want, don't gradually begin to adjust until it becomes your lifestyle. I've seen too many people adjust to poverty. I've seen too many people adjust to lack of education. I've seen too many people adjust to lack of opportunities. I've seen too many people adjust to being stranded. Are you going to be one of those people? If you have been adjusting, this is a wake-up call. You can get out of that situation now. If you are just beginning to adjust, this is also a wake-up call for you. Are you going to continue to adjust until the bad situation becomes a normal situation? Are you going to continue to adjust until poverty becomes normal? Are you going to continue to adjust until not having a job and living on handouts from other people becomes normal? You should never accept that. That's why I told you the story of the frog. Remember what the frog does. If you throw it in hot water, it will jump out. But if you throw it in cold water and turn up the heat gradually, it will adjust. Learn from that. That's what many human beings do. We gradually begin to adjust to bad situations until it becomes impossible to get out or impossible to change. Don't ever adjust to any of those situations. And I hope that whatever situation you have been negatively adjusting to, you will make a turnaround and get out of it, or you will start talking to people who can help you out of that situation. I hope that you will start building the new skill set required to get into another phase, a better place, a more rewarding place, because your fate is in your hands. Your fate is not in the hands of other people. And the fate I'm talking about is FATE. That is, your destiny is in your hands. Get up, stop waiting, stop adjusting. Thank you for listening. Please head on to www.youtube.com/Fola Daniel Speaks. Thank you.